Cardano holders, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. Let's waste no more time and take a look at what's happening with ADA's price as of Tuesday, November 18th. Looking across the board, as you can see for yourself, pretty much the broader market is actually up right now. We've seen a little bit of a bounce on the Bitcoin side of things. Dominance, saw a little bit of a retracement, which actually gave altcoins, a room to actually move towards the upside. But let's face it, during these times when we take a look at the shorter term time scale, we could be like, oh, wow, this is amazing. Market is moving. But again, when you look at it on a weekly time frame and when you look at it on a monthly time frame, this gives you a little bit of a better perspective as to, where we currently are for the broader market. But ADA's price right now, 47.3 cents, also up 1.3% on the Bitcoin side of things, with the market cap at $17.3 billion and the 24-hour trading volume at about 1.3 billion almost. Before we get into any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So again, as I mentioned to you guys, with the Bitcoin dominance, we're continuing to see weakness on the dominant side of things, which again is a good sign. As I've always stated to you guys before, you could see, we've seen a quite sharp pullback. We did see a little bit of a bounce after that, but again, things are pulling down, which again itself is a nice thing. We want to see the dominance continuing to pull down. Very, very important. But with that said, right now we just cannot keep our eyes away from Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is showing something that we just want to be paying very close attention to. So you can see, we did see after yesterday's low, which is again a new monthly low, we did see this bounce. Again, if you want to put this into perspective, we saw Bitcoin rebounding about 5%. And you can see for yourself, we got retested at $93,800, which was the support at one point. You could see, we actually got rejected exactly at that key level. And right now, we're sitting on the 0.50 fib support line. But with that said, you guys know my overall take. I still think, the trend is something we want to be kind of keeping an eye out on. There's been multiple, fake outs that we have seen. And I still do believe we make our way down and start heading up. Start heading down to the $86,000 key range, which again is a very important level that I'm keeping an eye out on. With that said, let's take a look at what's happening with ADA. So as far as Cardano price is concerned, it did see a little bit of a bounce, but nothing crazy, nothing to be getting, overly excited about. But again, going back to what I said, the market conditions are still not the best, and that is something you just cannot ignore. So if you're looking at the Cardano price right now on the hourly time frame, let me give you guys a little bit of a better perspective as to, what's happening. So we came down to 45.5 cents yesterday. Since then, the price did rebound about 6%. So, pretty much replicating, Bitcoin's move right now. But a level to be watching out for right now is 50 cents. And again, if you want me to remind you guys, the 50 cents price point, as you could see for yourself, was a major support when we were above that. You could see multiple different retests over the course of the last 12 months. And every time we did see a bounce above that. And right now, if you want to put this into perspective, that exact level is still about a 7% move from where we currently are. And if you were to ask me where I would like to see the price of ADA at, that it would be above 50.8 cents, which again, as I've highlighted to you guys, a very key level. But at this point, we're still 7% away from that. So in terms of, like I said, getting excited, nothing, as of yet. Bitcoin, I think, could still tumble back towards the downside. We're actually back in the 61.8, as you could see for yourself. And I do personally believe that, the price of Bitcoin could, complete this wave. And that would obviously take the price of ADA back down to some of the key levels. So, but as of now, we have pretty much held above 45.6 cents. Not surprised at this, a level that we've been speaking about on this channel for quite some time. And that has played out as a support. So if you had some buy orders placed in around here, if you want to know, no, you did see a bounce of about, you could see 4%, give or take. So again, nothing crazy, like I said, but still keep an eye out on, Bitcoin's price. But ultimately, like I said, the major key support line at 40 cents is something I still am eyeing for ADA. That itself is still a move of about 15.6%. So got to take it one step at a time. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys personally think. What are your overall projections? Make sure you guys watch my market analysis update that went live today. Very, very important. I talk about quantitative easing. So make sure you guys watch that. And again, make sure your bell icon is on so you're notified every time we upload. And again, give yourself a pat on the back if you're still here. Like I said, There is a very, very small percentage of people that are still, paying attention to crypto. And if you're still here, I appreciate you guys. You guys were amazing. Love you all, and we'll see you later in Crypto ZX, and peace out.